Are you interested in a great pair of Bajios, but you're not sure which lens is right for you? You should stick around because you are in exactly the right place. Hello and welcome. I'm Eyeglass Tyler talking about Bajio, specifically Bajio lenses. Whether it's your first time hearing about Bajio or you're trying to decide between lens colors, this lens guide will help to explain what makes their lens tech so unique and why fishermen love it, by the way, and share common features across all Bajio lenses, review similarities and differences between the 7 unique lens colors, and of course, we'll talk RXability. If at the end of this you're ready to order, do not forget about SportRx and definitely don't forget about our See Better guarantee, because with that, it allows you to order risk-free. All right, let's get into this. First things first, let's talk about polarization. If you're an angler, and this is kind of Bajio's sort of bread and butter, is the fishing community. Not to be limiting to that because they have amazing sunglasses for all around use. But if you're an angler, you know this is a non-negotiable. And talk about polarizing things. It doesn't need to be a polarizing decision to slap that like button. All things eyewear and more Bajio blogs and grogs, and I don't know why I said grogs. I mean, the SportRx, we like beer. Grog on a boat, that works too. But we have everything that you need to know about eyewear, especially fishing eyewear, just everything eyewear related. You can talk to SportRx. We're here for you. And if you subscribe, you'll get all of that directly to your inbox. And Bajio lenses are all polarized. Yes, of course. Crucial when you're on the water. Polarized lenses are going to cut glare. It's going to make greater contrast typically, but also greater clarity. Definitely minimizes distractions, glare bouncing off of other objects, especially the water, but also the asphalt, vehicles, windshields. That's a distraction. That can be dangerous depending on what you're doing, but also a distraction for if you're fishing. So if you want to up your fishing game, polarizing, like I said earlier, is a non-negotiable. You definitely want that. Great for sight fishing, but also important for any type of fishing or any type of water activity in general. When it comes to lens materials and Bajio, you have 2 material options. You're going to have the option of polycarbonate, of course, which is kind of the industry standard when it comes to sunglasses, but you also have glass options. Glass isn't available in every single lens or every single frame, so we'll get into the lens options there where it comes to lens colors. But when it comes to glass, if you're unfamiliar, you get the best optical clarity possible. You also get unparalleled scratch resistance. Nothing is as scratch resistant as glass just inherently. However, the downside to glass is that it is heavier, not at all impact resistant. It can crack and shatter, even if it's just a matter of dropping your glasses on the ground or on the deck. It is possible that they could crack or shatter, so that is a downside to be counterbalanced by all the upsides that I already mentioned. When it comes to polycarbonate, much lighter, much more impact resistant than glass, but you don't have that same optical clarity, and like I mentioned, you don't have that unrivaled scratch resistance that you get out of glass. Still, like I mentioned, it is the industry standard, so still an amazing lens material, very common. And when it comes to the prescription options, because every Bajio frame is available in prescription, you only have the option of polycarbonate for the lens material, but that is available in both single vision and progressive, so really no matter what your vision needs are, we got you covered with Bajio. Some lens colors have both options, like I mentioned, others only one lens material, and we'll go over which materials are available when we review each lens color in a moment. Now, lens technology. This is the exciting part for me because I love a good lens tech, and Bajio's lens tech is called LAPIS. I think they took this, I should have looked into this a little bit more, but I believe they took this from lapis lazuli, which is a type of stone or a precious emerald, or I don't know rocks, but if you're familiar, just Google it. That's a good way to look into it as well. But it's blue, and unlike other lens technologies that focus on blocking yellow light, LAPIS targets blue light. So I think that's why they call it that. Anyway, it blocks 95% of light up to 450 nanometers on the visible light spectrum. This is where the quote unquote bad blue light lives. So there's a little bit of contention around this concept that blue light is a problem. But in my opinion, on my end of this, I think that if there is the potential that it could be bad and you can protect against it, why not? The biggest source of this blue light is going to be from the sun, which is the biggest source of light in our world, obviously. And if it's damaging and you have an option that protects against it that also is a really amazing lens tech, what can go wrong? It's great. A little bit more, we've done videos on this as well, but just so you don't have to click around too much. We've known about UV light forever being damaging, and in the long term it can cause cataract, it can cause lots of other vision issues. When it comes to the potential damaging blue light spectrum, this is relatively new. And the blue light is the first wavelength of light right after UV. And it seems like there is the potential for the shorter wave blue light as being potentially damaging to our eyes, and the longer wave blue light, so at the other end of the blue light spectrum, actually being good for your eyes. So you want to, if you can, minimize this potentially bad and then still allow the good blue light. You'll also get greater clarity and less blur, and like I mentioned, all of them are polarized, so we got you covered there. Okay, we're gonna get into lens colors, go over them pretty quickly, but if you want a handy comparison chart, check out our blog. We'll put a link in the description below. There are 7 different lens colors and we'll work from the darkest to the lightest. First off, we have the blue mirror gray base. By the way, if you're looking on our site, you'll see we reference the lens just by blue mirror. But if you're looking at it on Bajio's site, you're gonna see they say blue mirror gray base. It's the same thing, just so that you're aware. The blue mirror comes with the gray base. That's how it works. This is being modeled very handsomely in the Chelem frame style. This is the darkest lens. It has a 12% VLT, or visible light transmission. That's how much light makes it through the lens. This is available in glass and polycarbonate. Of course, it's RXable. Actually, every frame is going to be, or every lens color option is available in prescription except for one. So keep in mind, all colors available in RX, and I'll mention the one that's not when I get to it. So the gray base gives you a more natural vision, true to world color perception, really great for offshore fishing and bright sun conditions. Next up, we have the green mirror and brown base, which is being modeled in the Caballo. This is the second to darkest lens color at 14% VLT, available in glass and polycarbonate. This has that brown base, and with a brown base, you're gonna get more contrast, you're gonna get warmer colors. Really great for fishing flats, shorelines, reefs, and still in sunny conditions. And then next up, we have one of my favorite combinations, which is a silver mirror and copper base. This is being modeled in the Snipes. This has a 16% VLT, available in glass and polycarbonate. Great for a more versatile lens option for you from medium to even bright light conditions. And that's thanks to that copper base color and the mirror coating on the front. So the mirror coating helps in the brighter conditions. It helps to curb a little more of that excess light, but that copper base being contrast and color boosting makes it usable even in lower light conditions. So a super versatile lens, and this excels in the tree line, western rivers, and lake fishing. And next up, we have the rose mirror with a red base. This is being modeled in the Nippers. This has an 18% VLT. It is available in polycarbonate only, but it is going to be great for river and lake fishing, good for medium light conditions. It can do low and somewhat bright light conditions, and like the previous lens, it is good for western rivers and lakes. Now we have the violet mirror with, again, a red base, being modeled in the Cometa, and this has again an 18% VLT, polycarbonate only. This is the only one that is not available in prescription. Not sure if that's something that's in the plans for Bajio, maybe, maybe not. Either way, if you don't wear prescription, an awesome option for you if you're looking for that brightening effect and sharp depth perception that this lens offers. Great for sight fishing, great for shallow water, better for lower light conditions for sure. And now we get into the more straightforward lenses that we're all pretty comfortable with. This is the ever classic gray lens. being modeled in the NATO. This has no mirror coating to it, so it is going to let a little more light through than a lens that has the same base color but with a mirror, like the blue mirror here. 16% VLT, available in glass and poly. There's no contrast enhancement that you're going to get out of a gray lens or any saturation of color, so it's a great choice if you want a lens that gives you the most natural, true to world color perception. Great for everyday use with a low contrast, cut a good amount of light, but not as much as possible with a mirror coating. If you're looking for something more straightforward, gray is incredible. And then last but certainly not least, we have the copper lens. Actually the same VLT. That's what's cool about a copper lens, is you're gonna get that same protection in terms of light transmission at 16% VLT. This is available in polycarbonate only, and this is one that I love to recommend if you're looking for an amazing lens that gives you contrast enhancement but doesn't have any mirror coating. You really can't go wrong with copper. Great at enhancing contrast, super versatile. Again, it blocks a fair amount of light just as much as gray, but because of the boost in color perception, because of the more vivid color perception, it actually seems like you have a lighter lens, and so it's more usable in lower light conditions. So just a little bit more versatile in that regard. Great for everyday with a high contrast, and for really any kind of fishing where you just don't care to have a mirror. Amazing. So that rounds out our lens guide for Bajio. Hopefully now you are a bigger fan of Bajio and everything that they have to offer, like I am myself. Really solid options. Whether you're looking for something that's good for everyday use or you're a hardcore angler, we got you covered with Bajio's lineup. If you are interested in ordering, stick around for a moment longer. We'll have an easy to click shop now button. And again, if you're ready to order, do not forget about that Seabreeder guarantee. I really think it gives you a ton of peace of mind. And if peace of mind is your thing, us opticians. We have opticians here who are trained and certified, super knowledgeable, and would love to help you with a little one-on-one feedback. So give us a call, let us help you out, or chat if you don't feel like hopping on a phone call. We just want to help you get the right thing the first time. So let us help you. Reach out to us. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this is interesting or valuable information. If so, throw us a like, because that helps us out. You can find relevant videos right over here. If you are ready to shop any of these great styles or lenses, click this button right here. It'll take you right to them. If you're looking for more content to consume like we all are these days, check us out on our social media outlets, because you'll find some really cool stuff there, I bet. You'll find us on our handle at SportRx.